Hello everybody, Akio Cashin here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy 16 after a while. I did not mean for the break of this game to go too long, and this was the poll winner, so we're going back to it. Okay, and I'm going to address this right now to make sure no one's getting all too jarred up about a bunch of stuff, but I will be editing these differently in that they'll be maintaining the 20-ish minute kind of deal, and we're also mainly going to be focusing on the story. So these red ones are what we're going to be kind of dealing with. And yeah, I'm bringing up the 20-minute thing because, well, 20-ish minutes, because I honestly, if there's a lull in a cutscene or something, I will probably just do that kind of editing, because some of these cutscenes are long. You can look back at the rest of the videos before this newer era of session for it, and oh boy. So yeah, 30-ish to 40-minute videos were happening because of that, so I'm just gonna reduce that and such. As I recall, we did the Titan boss fight the last time I did this, and I think we're about to report back on that. Also, took forever to hopefully get all these color correction yada yadas for the screen good, so it should be fine for you all as well. Nothing too dark and such. Okay. What's good?
Clive, you're back.
You don't say.
I am. And with glad tidings for once. Hugo Kupka is no more. Well, I'll be. All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's place be smiling down at you right now.
We had a stolus from Lubor saying Drake's fang had fallen. I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
That was the result of the boss fight.
It's a long story.
One for the history books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
Hello.
It's good to be back.
I changed your outfit because it looked better.
You look better.
I feel it. Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure. You're not leaving me behind again.
Wouldn't dream of it. Otto, any word on the royalist movements since I've been away? Shouldn't you be putting your feet up? If you really want to know, go and have a word with Vivian. Thank you.
What are the world affairs at the moment? And yeah, we're coming off of the updates and stuff, so I do have the grind sword or whatever that you get for beating Titan sword, but I changed the appearance of it to be that because I like the look of that sword better. So yeah, hello.
Ah, the conquering hero returns. And with hardly a scratch on him.
I mean,
I may have picked up one or two.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident physiker suggests that you picked up something more important. A scent. The scent of Waludas.
wahoo.
The very same. But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the royalists, he took them to his grave. As did his men. Slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in Storm before. The Waludas must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the Adamantus?
No?
One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map?
Yeah, I don't super recall too much. I just know that the mother crystals are important to
The kingdom of Walud claims
take down.
dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. the Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dhalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of ash. Yet warlike Waloed shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Waloed? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waloed standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot?
Good question. Looks like we're going for Odin next, maybe?
In summary, I know not to what end the Royalist betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the Royalists' movements.
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw. Especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Tell them that those wounds might finally begin to heal. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are. Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
Runs out, starts shouting, "Yo, he's got him! He's dead!" Just start ringing a loud bell. If only Clive's character would do that. A lot of the Final Fantasy pro tags are just droopy little edgelords here and there to start off with. I mean, Clive has been a nice mixture of a couple of them to not be too much like that. But you know,
Well,
from what I
someone looks
remember.
pleased with himself. It's true what I'm hearing then.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's true. Kupka is dead.
No more looking over our shoulders then. Good. I'm starting to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to your head though.
But the Titan ability is really good. Like, it actually is. It's a nice parry. It's a good offense. Almost does your
That's all.
taxes.
Do you have a moment?
No.
What is it? I'm busy.
I wanted to tell you that Hugo Kupka is dead.
I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to hear those words. This is it then. A new beginning under a new Sid.
Oh,
Try to live up to the name.
I guess I go by that code name around here. That's right. There's many things I'm gonna have to relearn, and I probably should have looked at the whole timeline events things. Oh yeah, I changed how Torgal looks, and I didn't know because it's just a still image. I didn't know it actually radiated the blue on him, which is a really nice looking. Look at this. Look at this good doggers. I wish I could pet him. Why can I not pet the dog whenever I want? Tell me that. Square Enix. You knew we would want to pet the best boy. Harpocrates.
Clive, have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
I wish to
No.
impart some.
To share mine, actually.
Okay.
Hugo Kupka is dead.
Oh my. Can it really be true?
Look, he's crying. He is. The big baby.
Whips out the Titan arm like, are you sure
And
about
with
that?
good reason, children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might weep with us. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
All right. Brilliant.
Yeah, you don't want to talk that stuff now, children. Just got you out of school for the day.
Finally,
God.
a new dawn has broken.
It has.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Hippocrates. After Kupka fell, Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Alas,
Ultima.
no. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But I saw him. With my own eyes.
Menacingly.
I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the only one who has.
Oh boy.
To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond the ken of mortal man.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you. It means a lot.
I think I remember that boss fight.
Right.
It was an
Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
Ifrit boss fight where you had to do a bunch of stuff, if I recall. The assault on the Capitol video, I believe, is the one where I fought that big old arm man, shapeshifty floaty guy. I think so.
I'm telling you, it's true. I
Yeah,
heard it
maybe,
from
maybe.
Otto's
Okay,
own
okay.
lips. Hugo
Yeah,
Kupka.
there's a ton I gotta remember and look at, or whatever. There's so much of Final Fantasy lore in general I don't super know, except I know that Ultima is normally attached to, like, a main character's Ultima weapon or something like that. So the personification of it, I have no clue on.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something?
Just spreading the word.
The good word. And it's funny, you haven't put up your feet. I literally have not sat down.
So, the professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed.
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
You're right. I should. And I will.
Oh,
Well.
there.
When you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tong down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
Very well. I'll suggest it.
Okay.
All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
The what?
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise.
Is it gonna go Starship?
Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, Ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in.
Okay.
I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I was hoping you'd say that.
Don't sound too
First
reluctant.
things first, I need some parts mecking.
Oh, gosh.
The stack will be made up of 3 major components.
Okay.
There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine.
Uh-huh.
The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air.
Okay.
And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
Okay. Now, what do you actually need?
A full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here.
Okay.
Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
Okay. I apologize. One of the first videos is going to be
make head nor tail of them.
doing this, but
Luckily, you don't need to.
it makes sense because the last time we played this game was doing a massive major story boss fight, and I can see this being like a let's set this up real quick in the lull afterwards to then go, aight, cool. And just set it up for later, for a big reveal later, maybe. I don't know. Ay.
Blackthorn, can I ask a favor?
Out with it.
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. I'd spare myself the arseache. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
Krieger's teats. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy, though.
Aye.
And I'll need help. Get Gavin Otto in here, will you?
All right.
Okay. Okay. Hopefully Otto brings them in. Okay, we're good. We're good.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Velcroy. Stardust, they call it.
Okay.
As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand collecting the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, and we can get this over with.
Do I actually choose, or?
Which one of these 2 lucky souls is going with you?
Oh, I get to pick. Gav. Why not?
Gav, you're with me.
All right, then. So, where do we find this stardust stuff?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
Southern reaches of the Velcroy, eh? That's down past Dalamil. I'll go and scout the place out. See about hiring us a wagon to bring the stuff back to.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
While you're off having a paddle, I'll pick up the rest of the stuff from Blackthorn's supplier. Take care.
You two, eh? Don't go letting him fleece ya.
Fleece me? I'd like to see him try.
In your own time.
All right. Wow. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have a good old time trying to deal with all this shenanigans and such. Make for the river south of Velcroy. Can I just fast travel from here to there? Okay. I can.
Looks like I found the river. Now where's Gav?
Man, the brightness of some of these areas is kind of ridiculous. Like, I have the brightness on 3 right now. Oh, hello, Torgal.
Sorry to keep you, Gav.
Better late than never. I've had a quick scout about, and I reckon round here's our best bet if we want to grab as much of this Stardust stuff as we can.
All right.
Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though. I asked over in Dalamil, and they seem to think it was worthless. But if Stardust is what Blackthorn wants, Stardust is what he'll get. There's plenty of this stuff lying about, just begging to be bagged.
Okay.
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
We shall. Race ya.
Yeah, my capture card's brightness is also lowered too, so I don't know. This game has done nothing but give me troubles with its brightness settings. I've done my best, but I can only do so much. Yoink. Give me your Stardust.
So this is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me.
Man, I couldn't imagine going, ah yes, look in the sand for other sand. I do truly apologize that the coming back to the game session is starting out like this. Oh boy. Cool, cool, cool.
That should be enough for now.
Okay.
Let's see how Gav's getting on.
Hopefully there's not a combat encounter to split apart the lulz. You know? What's this? Desert roses. Okay. What's good, Gov?
You finished? How much did you get?
Enough?
Enough.
Oh, pff.
I hope.
Christ, I have the script apparently.
Oh, you win.
What do you mean?
That might even be enough for old Blackthorn.
Who knows?
Hey, before we go, do you mind if we have a chat?
Sure. Sure.
Let's chat. We're not on time crunches.
Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
There was a lot to work out.
And there still is.
Don't mind me drinking
Those shoulders
something.
of yours starting to feel the strain. Hardly ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. Always on some errand or other.
Well, someone's
You
gotta.
can take a day off, you know.
Never.
Says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy lines.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise.
Would you have a conversation like this with Otto?
So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to.
God, this brightness.
Thanks to you. Right, that's enough soppy shite for one day. We'd better get this lot back to Blackthorn before he slings his hammer at someone.
You go on ahead. And try to get some rest once you're there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. After Blackthorn gets what he needs, of course.
Of course. Otherwise, what's the point of being out here? And hopefully I just fixed the gosh dang contrast because yikes.
Right. Ready to go home, boy?
I apologize for the elongated flashbang.
Like, comment, subscribe to prevent this.